Matchday 23 has come and gone, and with it a new look to the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League log standings. Zimbwa kicked off the weekend program as leaders with a clash against the Dynamos at Barberfield Stadium, letting slip a first half lead to settle for a 1-all draw that saw them slip a place down the standings to second, following Zishavane Miners FC Platinum's 3-1 victory over Arenel. Zimbwa coach Thandazani Zimbwa said his side had been hit by a flu bug, which affected availability of a full squad complement to select his team from.
Because of the issues that I've mentioned, it was difficult for us to really go pound for pound with Dynamos, and we had to take the approach that we took to defend that lead. And then, of course, in the end, there was an individual mistake which was made by a defender, and Dynamos capitalized. But all the same, we can take a point.
After watching his boys fight to earn a point in his first match in charge of Dynamos, newly appointed coach Lloyd Chikove set realistic targets for the Glamour boys in the three fronts where they still have an interest.
At the moment, anything is possible because teams are not collecting maximum points consistently. But probably we'll say if we manage to get into the top four, it will be okay for Dynamos. And also if we retain the Shibuku Super Cup. But ultimately, we will give it our all to get into the mini league stage of the Confederation Cup. I think we must leave sweat and blood.
At Mandawa in Zishavane, it was a battle to decide who goes to the top as well as bottom of the standings when former champions FC Platinum hosted Arenel on Saturday afternoon. The outcome saw FC Platinum shoot back to the summit following a 3-1 victory over Arenel, who have been hopping from bottom to second last in recent weeks. The Bulawayo Sweet and Biscuit makers, who let slip a 2-0 lead to draw with Platinum in the reverse fixture at Luveve, were at it again at Mandawa, this time letting go a 1-goal lead to concede 3 times. The result condemned them back to the bottom. At Luveve Stadium, Bulawayo Chiefs did themselves a lot of good with a 1-0 victory over Bikita Minerals, former Highlanders forward Reason Spanda with the all-important goal. There must be something that Chiefs coach Tulani Toots Spanda must be doing to resurrect Reason, who has suddenly come back to life at Chiefs with 2 goals in 3 games. At Highlanders, he never hit the nets in a massive 14 appearances. Chiefs move up 4 places from 14th on the log, whilst Bikita take over Chiefs' previous position after sliding down 2 places from 12th. In Harare at the Hart Stadium, it was Telwana who performed miracles with a stunning 3-1 victory over Yada. Tafazo Spanda was the toast of the Midland side with a brace as former Dynamos and Rhinos coach Herbert Maroa masterminded a memorable away win. The other goal came from Washington Navaya, minus their star player Kamabili at Yada fired blanks, fluttering when Vincent Sango drew level only to capitulate, conceding 2 more goals. The loss saw Yada drop 3 places down from position 10 to 13, whilst Telwana, despite remaining stagnant on position 15, covered ground to claw away from the demotion matrix. At Nyamunga in Kariba, Cape United were able to stitch 2 wins in a row for the first time since May, perhaps marking the beginning of Makebekebe's long-awaited return to the glory days. Just as draw specialists ZPC Kariba were looking to add another draw to their statistics, Rafael Kawondera struck in the 90th minute with a header, and Kariba were instead recording a loss. The Powermen dropped a place from 11th to 12th, whilst Caps were ascending from 9th to 8th. In the final Saturday fixture, Joey Antipas took his chicken in troops to Chisumbanje, where they settled for a 0-0 draw. It's not an easy place to go to. The hosts have never lost at home this season, and coming out with a point must feel like a winner for the Gamecocks, who wasted 2 great opportunities to seal the match in the final 10 minutes. Green Fuel had enjoyed the upper hand in the first half, but perhaps their best moment came when Donovan Bernard denied Bruno Mtigu in the second half as the Fuel merchants threatened to overrun the visitors. It turned out to be a valuable point for the hosts, who were able to rise 2 places to position 11. As for Chicken Inn, the point kept them at position 6, still 2 points shy of 5th placed Manika Diamonds. The big game on Sunday pitted Highlanders against champions Ngezi Platinum. It was a game with everything: the champions, the crowd, and most importantly, the 2 teams dished out an entertaining match, 2 goals and a penalty saved. What more can you ask for?
We are dropping so many points at home and we are picking points away. I think that's one area that we need to work on.
Ngezi coach Teksho Chiragwi was satisfied with the way they had responded to circumstances after going a goal down towards the end of the first half.
After we made also some changes, 3 substitutions, we just needed, I think, maybe energy and speed up front, and we took off 3 players, Captain Katamini, and the other 2 players for energy and speed. And those players are the one who did all the combination play until we get a goal.
The draw kept the 2 teams as they were going into match day 23. Ngezi still on 3rd, 1 place above Highlanders, who are 4th. At the colliery, it took Hwange just 4 days to inflict revenge on Chegutu Pirates, who had knocked Hwange out of the Chibuku Super Cup preliminaries. Mongameli Chuma scored the all-important winner that saw the coal miners rise off the basement of the log to third from bottom. In the process, Chegutu Pirates slid a place down to second from bottom. Big win for Hwange against fellow strugglers as the battle to remain alive rages on. The final match of the weekend fixtures pitted Manica Diamonds versus Students Herentals. Not even home advantage could help the Diamond Miners to victory, as their stalemate with the Students saw them go 9 matches without a win. The Diamond Miners started the first half of the season with 4 winless matches and ended with 3 matches without a win. They've started the second half of the season 6 matches without a win. Perhaps they need a break to reflect. Their draw against Herentals left them stuck on position 5. Just as well for them, 2 of the teams below did not win. On the other hand, the Students were pipped off position 8 by Caps United, sliding to 9th following the away draw with Manica. So the curtain coming down then on Matchday 23, Simba Bora and Dynamos tied at 1-1 after 90 minutes, whilst the Bulawayo Chiefs doing enough to edge visiting Bikita Minerals by a 0-0 at Luveve. At the Hart Stadium, not even a prayer could save Yada from a rude awakening after a 3-1 loss to Tel 1. Green Fuel and Chicken Inn were tied in a scoreless draw at full-time in Chisumbanje, whilst Makepekepe struck late to register their second win on the trot with a 1-0 win over ZPC Kariba. A week after they were knocked off the summit, FC Platinum regrouped to reclaim leadership of the race with their 3-1 win over Arenel Movers. On Sunday, champions Ngezi survived a second half scare and have keeper Nelson Chajga to thank for saving a Melika Ncube penalty that ensured Ngezi would come out of BF with a point. In Hwange, the fight for survival was won by the hosts following a narrow 1-0 win to Hwange over Chegutu Pirates. The weekend fixtures were done after Manica Diamonds and Students Herentals were tied at 0-0. Matchday 23, done and dusted. Norman Mapeza angling to win it again as he leads the race, whilst breathing heavily on his neck is Tondera Indira Simba Bora. Champions Ngezi also in the picture at third place, with Highlanders in touching distance at fourth. At the bottom, it's dog eat dog, with Arenel unbeaten in their last 3 games, finding the going tough against FC Platinum to return to the basement of the log. Hwange and Tel 1 are doing their world of survival a lot of good with their weekend wins. Chegutus lost to Hwange, leaving the Pirates pondering whether it would have been better to lose points than win a cup tie. It's a matter of priorities.